sometimes, folks, you make a mistake that you end up regretting for a long time. And so, Jon Benjamin, welcome to the program.
That's a very expected introduction.
Folks, let me give you a proper. Folks, of course, if you recognize our next guest, of course, it's from the Majority Report voiceover artist and does other work. Jon, now you are, my understanding, if I look on your IDMB page, you're the voice.
IMDb.
I
don't know what IDMB is.
IMDb.com page.
Right.
You are the voice
Have you done no research for this interview?
I've done a lot of research for this interview.
Okay.
More than you would even know about, frankly.
Well, go on.
Let me just tell you a couple of things that you've done. My understanding is that you were born on May 23 in 1966 in Worcester, Massachusetts. Is that correct, Jon?
Well, I mean, I didn't really do that.
All right.
I mean, I was part of it, but I didn't really do it.
Now, according to this,
my mom.
You are the voice of Bob Belcher on Bob's Burgers.
That's correct.
My understanding is that there's going to be a film. I haven't heard any of that information firsthand, but that's what I've
You're
heard.
on that show.
I have done a couple of those segments. Yeah. You are also the voice of Sterling Archer on Archer.
Yes.
Not familiar.
Archer.
Not familiar with that show.
I'm sorry. It's good. It's a good show.
Yeah, but it seems like you've been doing these things for a long time. What's next?
I don't know. Anything.
You have nothing.
Goes. Anything can happen.
Nothing lined up.
Oh, you want me to push my book?
Oh,
is that what you're getting at?
Oh no. It's funny you say book. I remember.
This is a very clumsy way of.
I remember
getting into it.
No, I wasn't gonna actually. I hadn't even thought about the book. It's funny though. Like
but
this
is your hammerhead style.
I should tell you,
appreciate it.
I've forgotten about a lot of things I did. For instance, like that AMC show that I wrote called Failure is an Option. Yeah, it didn't work out. It was called Failure is an Option,
I know.
and that's the way it goes. Anyways, tell us about your book. What's it called?
It's called Failure is an Option.
Wait, what? Are you serious? No, seriously. Yeah, what is it? What is your book really called?
No, it's called. You did a show called Failure is an Option, which is based on I think it was based on the expression "failure is an option."
Well,
pre-existing.
It was actually. I actually took it from a Boston Globe article that was written about me. So.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Well, it's funny that you bring that up because my book actually did start as a biography of you.
And it is now mutated into what? What is this?
And then it got too dark and too depressing to keep going into the K-hole that is your life.
Did they say, Jon, we hired you to...
I decided to switch it back to my life to make it a little sunnier and friendlier for people to be able make it readable. Make it readable.
Make it readable. And so is this a series?
I mean, I have of course I have intimate knowledge of your life. I've been there along with you since you were a troubled teen and into the drug years and into the drug selling years.
Right, okay, right into the drug selling
and then
years.
onto your other failures. So it made total sense, and I did embrace the title of your AMC show, which I don't think was about you, right?
It was not directly about me. No,
but it touched on the failure of Air America, which you were involved in, and that did, and your life was failing at that time as well.
That's true.
So it did have a lot of it, and it had a lot of connections. So I did start the book about, and I'd gotten about 6 months into it, and I went into it about you, and I went into a deep depression. Started just writing about me. And then I came out of that, and that sort of took me through it. So I do have you to thank for, yes, the title and the inspiration to the title. And the book itself is kind of a catharsis about sort of coming through your life back into mine and making it whole.
Wow, that's very touching. I didn't realize how.
But I'm not like opposed to returning to it, because I do have a ton of notes on you and just the mess that it's been for the last 35, 40 years.
35, 40 years. Well, I had a good.
Well, maybe more. 40,
I was going to say I had a good run of 10, according to you, early on. But now
I met you around then.
Right. That's true.
So I don't know what happened before, and I would have had to gone and done more interviews and research to get that stuff. But maybe I will return to it someday.
Well, that's. You are. You started your career as an academic, and in some ways, maybe it sounds like you're returning to that.
Well, there's a chapter in the book about my academia.
Oh, is that right?
Foray into academia. Yeah.
How honest are you about it? Because you didn't do very well, if I remember correctly.
No, it's a really, really short chapter. It's like a page and a half.
And so tell me now, when does this, I guess, is this a memoir, or this sort of failed attempt to write a legitimate academic project bio on a fairly well-known political commentator? When did that part?
I saw you on MSNBC last night, by the way.
Yeah, no, that's right. I was.
Right, you look gaunt. Look gaunt.
I look gaunt. Is that right?
You look like, what do you call it? Sallow?
Did I look sallow?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh,
like jaundiced.
I look jaundiced.
Have you guys ever had a nice dynamic between each other?
No, wait. Let's not. No, he's expressing some concern. He's expressing some concern. Now, John, when does this book come out? When does this book come out? Is it available for pre-order right now?
It is available for It's available for pre-order on. I don't have the shit. I don't have the link.
You don't have the link?
It's Penguin Books. I don't have where to go to get it.
Why would they go to Penguin? Don't you want it on Amazon? Don't you know that
I don't. I haven't looked yet.
Well, let's see. I
know it's available for pre-order.
Do you know when it comes out?
Yes, May 1st. May 1st.
Okay, so we are just a month away.
We're a month away. This is the home stretch.
Failure is an option. An attempted memoir. There's a picture of you.
Oh, you got it.
Yes, and you seem to be into some type of sport coat. Now, why is that, John? Because you don't tend to wear sport coats.
I don't. It was like a photo shoot, and I brought my dad's sport coat. Initially, we were going to base the book on a sort of a Dale Carnegie style.
Oh yeah, there it is. I see that. Yeah, that's. Wow. And this is, and then they also have an ad there. Well, scroll up for 1 second. Yeah. All right, so we're on the Penguin Random House. Pull up even a little further. Oh, okay. Because before, the splash page is 20 books you've been meaning to read before you scroll down. That was basically said. But if you go to his Amazon page, because right now it's 697 in books. And John, I'm going to tell you something right now about this audience.
Is that really bad?
No, that's pretty good, actually. You're a month out. But I'll tell you what this audience is going to do. This audience is going to move that down to, you're going to be, when this interview is over, I can tell you right now, you're at 697 in human entertainment books. You're going to be at 689, young man.
I like that. I like it.
We're going to move the needle on this thing.
He looks like an aggressive orthodontist. I like it.
Now,
like a what?
This is interesting to me. As I look at sponsored products related to this item on the Amazon page, there's the art of Rick and Morty. That's one of the things that's up there. That's interesting.
Oh, that's very popular.
Yeah.
Right.
And Go Team Venture, the art and making of Venture Brothers. That makes sense, right? Because that's a cartoon as well. And you're very well known for your animated voice. And then the next one is, you want to talk about race. What's that about?
Does that sound Ta-Nehisi Coates?
No, that is Ijoma Oloyu, who we actually are going to interview and is going to be on next week. But then it's Rethinking Incarceration, Advocates for Justice that Restores. What's going on, John? Is this a political book?
I don't know. There's definitely...
It's your algorithm, Sam. That's your algorithm.
Related to this...
Sam's developing that.
related?
I mean, it makes sense. There's a chapter on Eric Rosado. I know you know.
Did you do a chapter on Rosado?
I mean, yeah, a little bit.
Did you contact him?
And race relations at Connecticut College. I tried to get. You gave me his email. I never wrote back, so I hope he doesn't sue me because I did talk about his sexual exploits.
Do you think there's going to be a lot of lawsuits? Because I feel like there might be.
I think there'll be like between 3 and 5 lawsuits.
And have you contemplated?
Maybe you. I wrote you're in the book, but I didn't name you because I didn't want to give you that.
Now, John, I hope you're aware that what you just said will be the basis of a lawsuit.
Maybe. I mean, come get me.
I'll come get you. I got no problem with that at all. In fact, I will take, if there's any tort lawyers out there that I could find, let's say.
I would love to go. I would love to go to
Vegas when I go to the tort lawyer conference next week. Maybe I'll be able to find an attorney who will represent me for this.
You go to a lot of those every year.
Well, I need a lot of lawyers to deal with all the libel that.
Another failure in your life to a degree. When you dropped out of law school, you could have kept going. Could have been a tort lawyer, but you dropped out after a year. It was a failure.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
And in the book, I think you'll make these connections. So I would hope, in a way, I think a book like this will really help you.
Do you guys ever contemplate like which one of you is going to die first and give like the insult eulogy?
Die first and what?
And do like the roast eulogy.
It's true.
Oh yeah.
That's probably the thing that's going to keep me alive for a long time.
Right? Like Sam's like, I'm going to start eating my carrots.
Are we like?
That's right. I'm going to start. I've started taking Restravol or whatever it is.
I pictured it more sharing a hospital room together, right? Back
and
forth.
That's a good show.
Insulting each other and whoever fought the final insult. Just to get the last one out before the...
Because you're a failure.